get to that breaking news we have been following all morning. A crash on I-17 in Northern, an area dealing with a lot of issues lately.
Yeah, we want to get over to our Jamie Warren, who is live with brand new details, Jamie, in the last few minutes about the victim in this.
Yeah, so Megan and Justin, we have now learned that the person who was struck on the freeway was actually an off-duty Phoenix police sergeant who had been driving home on his way home from work. He came across a driver who was in need of assistance, pulled over to help that individual, and then when he was walking back to his car, that's when he was struck. So this all took place on the I-17. You'll see the freeway is back open this morning, but this was right as you're approaching the Northern exit. And new information from Phoenix police is that that sergeant was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, when we did get here on the scene late last night, you were able to see some of that significant damage done to the car, shattered windshield. And that driver that hit him did stop to call for help. They do not believe that driver was impaired, but when they stopped, other drivers on the road trying to avoid that crash got in a crash themselves. And in Arizona, we do have what's called the move over law that requires you to move over one lane of traffic when approaching someone who has pulled over or a crash. And in this case, Sergeant Jacob Melke with DPS tells us that this possibly could have been prevented. He says the reason there was a second crash is because people just weren't paying attention to the first one and then waited until the last second to move over.
In this area, it's 55. Obviously, people are going faster all the time, but you should be going 55 here. And if someone is in the emergency shoulder and you're coming up and you see them, you should move over one lane to give them one lane of space. If you can't slow down, 50, 45 is reasonable.
Now, we do know that this portion of the freeway has been a trouble spot. There have been multiple crashes here just within the past couple of months or so. I'm going to break down some new numbers on that coming up later on in our newscast. In the meantime, I do want to mention to you that as soon as we get an update on that sergeant's condition, we will, of course, let you know. For now, reporting live in Phoenix this morning, Jamie Warren, ABC 15 Arizona.
All right, thanks for that update, Jamie.